WWE star Rhea Ripley apologizes to Lady Gaga. Rhea Ripley was having a fun time at Tudum over the weekend. Netflix Tudum is the streaming giant's annual global fan event, named after its iconic intro sound. At this year's edition, WWE superstar Rhea Ripley created quite the buzz with a surprise appearance that she apologized to Lady Gaga for. Tudum brings together stars from Netflix originals and global entertainment to showcase sneak peeks, behind-the-scenes footage, and big reveals. Rhea Ripley stunned fans when she rose from a coffin meant for Lady Gaga's theatrical Wednesday-inspired entrance. The coffin was labeled "Here Lies the Monster Queen," a nod to Gaga's planned moment. In the caption, fans noticed that the video was recorded by CM Punk. Rhea Ripley will be in action at Money in the Bank. A few weeks ago, Rhea Ripley won herself a spot at the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match when she won her qualifying triple threat match. She faced off against Zoe Stark and Kairi Sane for a chance to qualify for the match on June 7th. During the triple threat match, Stark landed awkwardly after missing a dropkick on Sane. She was seriously injured and was carried to the back while the match was paused. When the match resumed, Ripley pinned Sane to seal the deal. Rhea Ripley will face off against Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Jula, Naomi, and another superstar who is yet to be determined. A month after the PLE, WWE will feature the second edition of its all-women wrestling show, Evolution. While there are no matches that have been confirmed yet, a WWE superstar believes that Rhea Ripley should face a star whom she has never faced in singles competition. Rhea Ripley breaks silence on her women's world title loss to IYO SKY at WWE Raw. Rhea Ripley expresses frustration and disappointment after losing. Read more. The March 3rd edition of Monday Night Raw saw an action-packed performance between Rhea Ripley and IYO SKY, who were fighting against each other to claim their women's world title and punching a ticket to WrestleMania 41. Ripley was very close to winning the bout, but unfortunately, the tables turned the other way, making IYO SKY clinch the title. Rhea Ripley was completely distraught after the loss of the title, which she missed by whiskers. The match turned the other way when Ripley tried confronting Belair, who was cheering for Sky from the sidelines, leading IYO SKY to attack her. IYO SKY later pinned her in the ring with an over-the-moonsault attack to win the title. In an exclusive interview with WWE Raw, Ripley reacted to her loss and reflected on the match. Here's how she has reacted. Rhea Ripley breaks silence on her WWE title loss. In a WWE Raw exclusive interview with Jackie Redmond, Ripley broke her silence and expressed her emotional state following the WWE event. The wrestler who lost the title to Genius of the Sky said in the interview, "How am I feeling? I'm pissed off, I'm mad, I'm furious, I'm everything." She added, "Every single angry feeling I am feeling. But the thing is, I can't even be mad at IYO. I can't fully be mad at Bianca. I'm more disappointed and mad at myself because I should have known better. I should have known not to take my eye off the ball. I've been through this crap with Liv Morgan, I've been through all this with Dom," Ripley said. "I've been through this with Judgment Day, and I still cannot learn. I cannot learn to think for myself, and I cannot learn to keep my eye on the ball. And I cannot learn that friends are not real." She further said, "I knew what IYO SKY is capable of. I knew that I had never beaten her before. I knew all these things, and I was still dumb enough to think that I could go out there and take everything on like I'm just unstoppable or something." According to Rhea Ripley, her eye came off the ball because she felt hurt as Belair was rooting for Sky. Initially, Ripley thought that she and Belair were friends, as they came up together through NXT and later shared the WWE 2024 cover. But she eventually lost her faith when Belair supported Sky during the match. Ripley has further said that she has yearned to face Belair as a dream WrestleMania opponent. However, Belair made sure during the event that she would rather face Sky, and not Ripley, at the upcoming show of shows. Rhea Ripley, Kevin Owens, Road Dogg, and more pay tribute to R-Truth following confirmation of impending WWE departure. The wrestling world loves R-Truth, and that's what's up. R-Truth announced on June 1, 2025, that WWE had released him. Fightful Select later confirmed that WWE would not be renewing his contract and that Truth, whose real name is Ron Killings, would be leaving the promotion upon the expiration of his contract. In the time since the announcement, R-Truth has received an outpouring of love from the professional wrestling community. Whether it's from people who currently work for WWE or people he's worked with in the past, plenty within the wrestling community are chiming in to share their love for the winningest WWE 24/7 champion of all time. Fans can read comments from the likes of Kevin Owens, Rhea Ripley, Road Dogg, and more. Brian G. James, at Brian R.D. James, on X. I am heartbroken. It's the nature of the beast, the part of business that no one likes but the bean counters. I love Ron the Truth Killings, and I don't care who knows it. What a run, exclusive. Aussie megastar Rhea Ripley broke down in tears in Las Vegas, reveals struggle amid rollercoaster 12 months. She's become one of the biggest names on the planet, but the past 12 months have been anything but smooth sailing for Australian pro wrestling megastar Rhea Ripley. It was February 2024 when the Adelaide product headlined a stadium show in her home country and retained the WWE Women's World Championship in the main event. Ripley was on top of the world and took that momentum into WrestleMania 40, putting on an instant classic against one of the all-time greats, Becky Lynch. Australia's Rhea Ripley makes her entrance at WrestleMania 40. WWE. Just weeks after one of the biggest matches of her career, Ripley suffered a brutal blow and was sidelined for a number of months due to a shoulder injury. Ripley had to give up the gold, something she had worked for since the age of 17, sitting out at a time where she had become one of WWE's most dependable assets. Eventually, the tough-as-nails Aussie managed to return, before copping another injury setback en route to reclaiming her title in WWE's official debut on Netflix in January. While there's a level of frustration associated with spending time away from the grind, Ripley now finds herself in a place where she can be grateful for the lessons learned. When you get injured, you learn a lot about yourself, and 2024 was not very kind to me, the 28-year-old told Wide World of Sports. I did a grade 3 AC sprain and then finally came back from that, which was so tough, not being able to do things that I love like going to the gym or holding my dogs. Rhea Ripley relinquishes the title due to injury last year. WWE. It definitely was a mental struggle and also a physical struggle. Training legs every single day was terrible, but I finally came back and I got to go for my world championship again and try and grab that back, but then I broke my orbital bone, eye socket. It was just injuries flying left and right, but I learned a lot about myself in that I can pretty much overcome whatever is in my way, and that's such a strong thing to realize. Ripley's latest reign with the title eventually led to her dropping it against the uber-talented IYO SKY just prior to WrestleMania 41 in a surprising moment. From there, Ripley was inserted into a three-way feud over the top prize in the industry with both Sky and longtime friend turned foe, Bianca Belair. The culmination of the rivalry between three of the top athletes in all of pro wrestling was perhaps the greatest women's match in WWE history last month in Las Vegas. While the result didn't go her way, Ripley explained the emotions that came with the marquee clash on the grandest stage against two wrestlers she calls family. It was a wild experience, she said. It was special, and honestly, I've done a lot that was like my 6th WrestleMania, but this one was different, and I know the outcome wasn't exactly what I was wanting, but to go out there with the girls who I grew up with in NXT was special. I moved over here, to the United States, at 20 years old, and these girls were pretty much my family. They were like my sisters and the only ones that I saw every single day. It was a very competitive nature, but a very loving nature at the same time. To go out at WrestleMania and have such an awesome match where you know that you had the crowd the entire time and that adrenaline rush, all of us broke down in tears. Even on the bus afterwards, I couldn't come down from that high. Seeing the video of IYO's family crying in the crowd, it was so special because I've had that moment and Bianca has had that moment. IYO hadn't had that moment yet, and to see her have it and captured and presented to everyone, it was a really special day. The fan favorite is now without gold, but that might not even matter anymore. Ripley is now at the stage of her WWE career where few in history have ever managed to get to, not needing a championship to be a featured star on the roster. Her stardom has even started to transcend the pro wrestling business, becoming a well-known star to casual fans and even everyday people on the street, amassing close to 6 million followers on Instagram and another 1.3 million on Twitter. For reference, the only current full-time WWE superstars with more of a presence on Instagram are Logan Paul, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton and Alexa Bliss, with the first two undoubtedly